Park, they're the last side out with the old firm to lift the trophy. These days, Lithuanian businessman Vladimir Romanov's investing his money in an attempt to wrestle power from Glasgow's Big Two. He appointed George Burley in the summer, and Hearts had their best start since 1914, but it didn't last. Graham Rix is now the man at the helm, and since taking over, there have been no shortage of activity in the transfer market, with 11 players coming in. Having beaten Aberdeen in round 4, the men from Gorgie feel it could be their year. Partick Thistle's only cup success came in 1921, but they've already seen off SPL opponents this season, defeating Inverness at Firhill.
Dick Campbell's team are through to the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup.
The Jags lost out to Hearts in last season's cup after a replay at Tynecastle. Dick Campbell has set his sights on revenge this time around and a place in the semis. Hearts are big favourites today, but you never know what can happen supporting this club. It's the biggest soap opera in Britain, and we expect more drama today. It's the quarter-finals of the Tennant Scottish Cup. From Tynecastle Stadium in Edinburgh, it's Hearts against Thistle. Late to Tynecastle, and Thistle made it tricky.
Well, they did, and they actually got off to a good start. We've seen not the best of goalkeeping. Armandone, who was here at Partick Thistle last season, actually got a few goals. But they decided, I mean, you've got to remember, there's loads of changes from this Hearts side. Neil McFarlane gets his equaliser, and suddenly maybe just eases the pressure a little bit. But I think overall, it's a Hearts side now that's got a little bit more class, a little bit more quality about it. But we know this guy Winus, who pops up here now at Inverness, he gets the winner. Partick Thistle cannot afford to make the...
New manager, new players, new hope. George Burley wins the Manager of the Month award for August and September as Hearts win their first 8 SPL games, equalling a club record. In late October, Vladimir Romanov assumes full control of the club.
Another great day for Heart of Midlothian.
With the club at the top of the SPL, things had never looked better. But the very next day, as fans arrived for the game against Dunfermline, a bombshell.
Because of irreconcilable differences, George Burley will not continue as manager of the club with immediate effect.
What's your reaction to the news that George Burley has left Hearts?
Well, anyone knew that. He left.
With Burley's game plan lying on the now vacant manager's desk, coach John McGlynn was placed in charge.
I think it's a shock, yeah. I mean, we're sitting top of the league, aren't we? We've not lost a game. It came right out of the blue this morning. Didn't expect it at all.
Sir Bobby Robson in Edinburgh for a job interview, followed by Claudio Ranieri. Robson installed as bookies' favourite to replace Burley. Rumours that Vladimir Romanov interfered in team matters meant the banker was also in the running. Next, through the revolving door, Chief Executive Phil Anderton, sacked by Romanov. Chairman George Fowkes resigns in protest. In November, Vladimir Romanov appoints son Roman as chairman, who makes Graham Rix his surprise choice for manager.
I'm picking the team.
In the January transfer window, Scotland international Neil McCann, one of 11 new players to arrive, some on loan. Hearts follow a resounding win against Hibs with a victory over Aberdeen in the last round of the Tennant Scottish Cup. But somebody isn't happy. Vladimir Romanov selects the team to face Dundee United. Hearts draw and fall 10 points behind Celtic. The players revolt.
We would be seeking talks with Mr. Romanov in order to try and resolve the situation.
Business as usual.
Rix didn't walk. He persuaded Romanov to leave team selection to him and new director of football Jim Duffy. If the league is beyond them, perhaps the Scottish Cup will give Hearts a silver lining to a dramatic season.
Team, and that's added to by Paul Hartley's return from suspension. Bruno Aguiar drops to the bench. That's the only change from the side that beat Motherwell last week. 18-year-old Callum Elliott is deservedly holding down his place in the team. He's earned a Scotland under-21 call-up, and Rudy Skatzel's 17 goals and terrific form has propelled him into the senior Czech Republic squad. Thistle make one change from the side that started against Inverness. Sandy Hodge has recovered from injury, so Billy Gibson reverts to midfield and Darren Brady drops to the bench.
Time, it's the Tennant Scottish Cup, a place in the semi-finals up for grabs. It's Hearts against Partick Thistle. Let's rejoin Davy and Ian.
Well, at the quarter-final stage of the Scottish Cup, you don't normally expect Partick Thistle to be the only Glasgow club left in the competition. But here they are, taking on the might of Hearts. It's been a quiet old season at Tynecastle. Just kidding, never a dull moment here, but there could be silverware at the end of it.
I don't usually say this, Ian, but I think the first 10 minutes or so...
Well, with the old firm out of the way, the Scottish Cup is definitely up for grabs. There's a very good chance that it'll come to Edinburgh, although, amazingly, it's only come to Edinburgh 3 times in the last 100 years. Hearts and Hibs hoping for glory this season. Fisas, the Greek international. Hartley. Breyer. Presley. Now Robbie Nilsson. Kenny Arthur came.
Better, far better from Kenny Arthur. Made up his mind quickly. Good, assertive catch. Takes all the pressure off the boys in front.
And Scatzel has been crudely challenged by Murray.
It's badly mistimed. He might get away with it this early in the match, otherwise it could have been a booking.
Grant Murray back at Tynecastle, facing his former club and presenting them with a free kick. Fisas. Scatzel. Hartley. Makes room for the cross, it's a good one, Jankauskas! Perfect start for Hearts. Edgaras Jankauskas with a cracking header. Cracking cross too, mind you.
Well, that's the type of ball that we will normally associate with Paul Hartley. Look at the pace on it. Kenny Arthur can't come for this. And Jankauskas just gets half a yard than Sandy Hodge, the left fullback, who's trying to tuck in. But when that kind of pacing is on the ball, it just needs the little glance that Jankauskas provides here. And there's no blame attached to Kenny Arthur. It's not a ball he could come for.
Thistle, hugely encouraged.
Well, they're winning the first ball all the time, and that has to be encouraging for Dick Campbell.
It does look like something might happen from those corners and crosses for Thistle, but they have some defending to do now. Fisas, Brelia. Robbie Nilsson. Chesnauskis, he's got time to deliver, and doesn't he just? And Jankauskas wide that time.
It's just so good in the air, and it's young Boyd who's underneath it as it comes in. It's another terrific ball in from Chesnauskis. And Boyd just ends up underneath it, slightly behind Jankauskas. He doesn't quite get enough on it. Well, that's the problem.
To the party players, he still works as an accountant, in fact. Chesnauskis sneaking in just over the head of Callum Elliott, and Grant Murray will make sure it's a goal kick.
Well, I think Hodge on that occasion tucking in needlessly, because they do have cover in the central area, and he's allowed Chesnauskis all the time in the world to pick a ball across the face of goal. It's the type of ball in you're expecting to see Paul Hartley arriving late to get in the end of.
Nilsson down the line for Hartley, for Chesnauskis rather. Chesnauskis determined to get his shot away. A sensational strike, and that might just ensure a place in the semi-finals for Hearts.
Well, the shot's just not savable. Kenny Arthur is never going to get there. I think Dick Campbell will feel that when Chesnauskis comes inside, someone should be going to him. but all of a sudden it opens up. The angle is still doing him no favours at all. And that is a finish out the very top drawer. Look where he is here, nowhere to go. Nice little spin onto his left side. And what a finish. And having put so much into this game, that may just be the killer blow that puts this tie beyond Partick Thistle.
The last 20 minutes of Partick Thistle's Cup adventure, perhaps.
Yeah, second goal's a killer. I think you can see he's demoralised them.
And here's Bednar. Oh, he still might get in here. And Bednar goes down. And he's going to get a yellow card for diving, I think. It's already been booked. It's a second yellow card for taking a dive, and Bednar is off.
He did appear to go down very late. You know, Mark Smith was waiting and Kenny Arthur coming here, and the goalkeeper never came. Eventually, when he does come, you know, it's a tight race between the keeper and Bednar. Well, he reckons it was contact. I think if Kenny Arthur comes earlier, he would have been spared this. You see Smith waiting on his goalkeeper to come here. Eventually, it does come. Well, I don't think there's much in that at all. I think Craig Thompson, the referee, has got it spot on.
Well, foolish really from Bednar, already on a yellow card, and he only lasts. Presley's header, straight to Roberts. To sidestep his own man, Jimmy Gibson still going though, and what a fine strike that is. Mark Roberts sets up quite a finale here at Tynecastle. Partick Thistle backing it against the 10 men of Hearts.
Well, I think if you look at the players at Hearts half goal side, it's a wonderful piece of football from Roberts. The way he loses Stephen Presley, checks back onto his right side, opens his body, and I think the only place he's going to beat Craig Gordon from there, I don't think he's going to score at his near post, is to find the inside of the far post. And what a finish it is. Leaves Stephen Presley for dead, chance to get his head up, and he gets his foot right round it.
And here's Ricky Gillis now. He's put in a cross. Be 3 minutes added on. Can the Thistle snatch an equaliser in stoppage time? What a fantastic effort it's been from them since Hearts went down to 10 men, and since Roberts hauled them back in to the contest. Hearts on the brink of a semi-final place. Sandy Hodge, who's on his Todd back there at the moment. Thistle look to create an opening that might give them a chance of a replay. Strachan. Roberts helped it on. Craig Gordon's coming out. Numbers. And their team can take so much out of this game as they continue their season in the second division. They're running out of time here though. Hearts running down the time. They will be mightily relieved to hear the whistle. But hang on, Smith, Fisas. Paul Hartley is going to try and hang on to this. Oh, I wonder if this time will the whistle go on this goal kick. It's over. Partick Thistle take the plaudits. Hearts take a place in the semi-finals of the Scottish Cup. A magnificent effort from Thistle though. Dick Campbell has every reason to be proud of his players, and Graham Riggs